personal. Okay. Let's start with your full name. First, middle, last. Tell me, what is your full name? First name. Middle name. Last name. Date of birth. Star sign. If you don't know it, look it up. Just type your birthday and then zodiac. You got it? Do you have it? Height. Weight. Age. Social security number. Yeah. It's for classified purposes, but I need it. You're fine. It's not gonna go anywhere. And do you have a passport number or a license number or any other means of identification, the number that's on there? Oh good, you'll get that for me. Great. Yeah, I'm ready. Can you just repeat those last few digits again? Cool. And what is your role in society, would you say? How would you classify yourself if someone were to ask you? Maybe what do you do, or what do you see yourself contributing to the greater society as a whole? Pallbearer. What is your role at home? Brother, sister, mother, father, daughter, son, abuelita. Right. And were you a planned baby, or were you maybe unexpected? Did your parents plan on having you, or was it a complete and total shock? Most Valentine's Day babies are. Where were you born? Where? I've never heard of that. How much did you weigh when you were born? Were you a big baby? Were you a big, big, big baby? Or were you a tiny little baby? Tiny little baby. How many ounces? Would you consider yourself a failure? In the grand scheme of your life, do you think you failed more than you've won? How much do you make a year? Dinero, how much are you making a year? In dollars and digits. What is your bank account number? That means your routing number, your account number. We'll start with routing number. I just need to confirm that what you said before about how much you make a year is actually true. We can't have you telling any fibs here. Your routing number, yeah, we'll start there. Okay. And now your account number. How much do you owe on your credit card? Thousands, just a few hundred, maybe $52.36. What would you say about that? How much are you owing there? And what's your credit score? Have you kept it up? Have you let it completely flatline? Just take a huge hit? What have you done with that credit score of yours? Decent. Are you happy with your life choices? nature calls, nature calls. Or maybe it was intentional, but have you ever gone to the bathroom on a landmark, a public landmark? Have you ever vandalized a building? Done a little bit of graffiti on a building? How about stolen something from a grocery store? Olives from the olive bar, grapes, soap, candy, toilet paper, Nabisco snacks. Do you believe in God? God. D-O-G backwards, God. God. Do you ever talk to God and ask them why something's happening to you? Every day. Do you ever try to bargain with God, like make them an offer they can't refuse? Say, if you do this for me, I'll stop doing that messed up thing that I do all the time, that I keep trying to stop and refuse to do. God, seriously, if you just take this off my shoulders, I'll stop doing that. Have you done that? Maybe sacrificed an animal. Where were you last night? It's a likely alibi. Did you wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom? Did you wash your hands? Do you wash your hands every time you go to the bathroom? Are you germy? Could you tell whether or not you drank enough water from the way that your pee smelled? Have you ever inspected your own poop? Have you ever taken a picture of your own poop? Have you ever been a creep, as in creepy, as in done something sus that you knew was sus, but you did it anyway? Just complete creep mode. It's probably where the restraining order is gonna come in. Have you ever smelled your own underwear? Have you ever smelled someone else's underwear? Again with the restraining order. Do you feel comfortable watching sex scenes on TV or in the movies in front of your parents? Do you have any nudes in your phone? How many? Would you say you're choosing to be celibate? That's a choice you're making. How many people would you say that you've slept with? Could you count them on one hand, or two hands, or hands and feet? Does it surpass 20? Would you classify yourself as an incel? Or would other people potentially classify you as an incel if you wouldn't? Why did your ex leave you? Why did they leave you? a certain song on repeat because it reminded you of a person that you liked. You just burn that song into the ground, just over and over and over and over, because it reminded you so much of that person. Have you ever made an entire playlist about a person who doesn't even know that you exist? Entire playlist devoted to them. Maybe. What would you do if you Ada. Do you ever wonder if you seem like one? If you were recruited for war, would you be happy to go? Was there ever a time you considered voodoo to get back at somebody who had wronged you? How does it feel when you see other people living the life that you desire? Why didn't you take school more seriously? Do you genuinely believe that you'll ever be living the dream, actually? Do you think that your life is the way it is because you're paying debt off from a past life? You're correcting the wrongs that you did last time. That's why it's like this now. If you lived in the Stone Age, would you be a noble or would you be a peasant? Honestly, what do you think? Not what you want, what do you really think you would be? A peasant or a noble? How many more years do you think you have to work until you can retire? Do you have the urge to die with honor? Absolutely not. How do you feel about your own morality? How does your own morality, what does that do for you? Pretty good, decent. Would you blackmail someone if push came to shove? What is the rudest thing that you've ever said to someone? Completely rude. Totally outlandish. Are you for real? Are you ever nervous that you smell bad? How often do you floss? How's your dental hygiene? How are those gums doing? When's the last time you checked in with them and told them that you left? Twice a day? Twice a year? Okay. If you had to hide a body, where would you hide it? Interesting choice. And where do you hide the other things that you don't want anyone to find? What secret are you keeping from your friends right now? What haven't you told them? Do you think you'll ever tell them? Thanks for sharing that with me. I don't know if I wanted to know that, though. Have you ever felt like you were being super annoying, but you just couldn't do anything to make it stop? Do you ever feel like people are talking about you behind your back? share all your answers with me? Have you subscribed to Floontz ASMR? Are you riddle ready? You look ripe for riddles to me. You look like you could even outsmart 44 tricky little teasers. Yes, I'm here with 44 riddles for you to solve, and here is how it works. I will say the riddle to you, and you will answer my riddle. Then I will share with you the commonly accepted answer to that riddle. If your answer is not the same, it doesn't necessarily mean that your response is incorrect, okay? On occasion, there is more than just one answer. So please remember, my intent here is to relax, and delight you with some light puzzles. It's not to rile you up or make you want to tear your hair out. Please keep that in mind during this riddle session. As I love to, I will, between riddles, that is your cue to know that one riddle has ended and another has begun. Now, let's turn your brain into a pretzel, shall we? Starting with our first riddle. Riddle number 1. A red house is made from red bricks. A blue house is made from blue bricks. A yellow house is made from yellow bricks. What is a greenhouse made from? Red bricks. What is that greenhouse made from? The answer to that riddle is glass. The greenhouse is made from glass. How can a man who shaves several times a day still sport a long beard? How can a man who shaves several times a day still sport a long beard? How can that man The answer is he's a barber. He can still sport that long beard because he's a barber. I have branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. What am I? I have branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. What am I? I have branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. What could I possibly be? Branches, The answer is a bank. A bank has branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. During which month do people sleep the least? During which month do people sleep the least? Which month are people sleeping is the month that people sleep the least, because there are usually fewer nights in February. What begins with a T ends with a D and has T in it. What begins with a T ends with a T and has T in it. Begins with a T, ends with a T, has T in it. Begins, ends, has. The answer is a teapot. A teapot begins with a T, ends with a T, and has T in it. Reginald brought his wife to the hospital because she was suffering from appendicitis. The doctor removed her appendix. 5 years later, the very same Reginald brought his wife in again, this time for appendicitis. How is this possible? How could Reginald bring his wife in for appendicitis again if she had her appendix removed? How could Reginald bring his wife in again? She already had her appendix removed. How could they remove an appendix twice? She regrow it. She regenerating her appendix. Is she capable of regeneration? I want to be capable of regeneration. Do you know how she did it? The answer is Reginald divorced and remarried. So his new wife got her appendix out too. A doctor gives you 3 pills and tells you to take 1 every half hour. How long will the pills last? If a doctor gives you 3 pills and tells you to take 1 every half hour, how long will the pills last? A doctor tells you to take a pill every half hour. How long will those pills last? How long will those pills last? The answer is, you ready? 1 hour. Those pills will last you 1 hour. You're running a race, and you pass the person in 2nd place. So, what place are you in? If you're running a race, and you pass the person in 2nd place, what place are you in now? What place are you in now? The answer is 2nd place. You are now in 2nd place. Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right? Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right? Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right? Which tire? Don't they all? Don't they all move when the car turns right? Don't they? The answer is a spare tire. A spare tire doesn't turn right when all the other wheels turn right. you're in a square formation. What is easy to get into, but hard to get out of? What is easy to get into, but hard to get out of? What is easy to get into, The answer is trouble. Trouble's easy to get into, but hard to get out of. Let's get into some trouble together. What can be cracked, made, told, and played? What can be cracked, made, told, and played? Cracked, made, told, and played. The answer is a joke. A joke can be cracked, made, told, and played. You're in a dark room with a candle, a wood stove, and a gas lamp. You only have one match, so what do you light first? You're in a dark room with a candle, a wood stove, and a gas lamp. You only have one match, so what do you light first? If you're in a dark room with a candle, a wood stove, and a gas lamp, what do you light first? The answer is the match. You're lighting the match first in order to light anything else, right? Right. What has a ring but no finger? What has a ring but no finger? A ring but no finger. The answer to what has a ring but no finger is a phone. A phone has a ring but no finger. Not yet, at least. What can you hold in your left hand but not in your right? What can you hold in your left hand but not in your right? What can't I hold in my left? The answer is your right hand or your right elbow. You can't hold either of those things in your right hand. I think the right elbow is more fitting. I think you can still kind of hold your right hand, right? But your right elbow. Someone please show me that you can hold your right elbow, please. That's quite a feat. A man is looking at a photograph of someone. His friend asks who it is. The man replies, "Brothers and sisters, I have none. But that man's father is my father's son." Who is in the photograph? is my father's son, who was in the photograph. Who was in the photograph? This one still tricks me out. Do you know? Do you know who's in that photograph? Do you know who's in that photograph? The answer is his son. His son was in the photograph. The person who makes it sells it. The person who buys it never uses it. The person who uses it never knows they're using it. What is it? If the person who makes it sells it, and the person who buys it never uses it, and the person who uses it never knows they're using it, what could that possibly be? What could that possibly be? Sells it, buys it, never uses it. Uses it, never knows they're using it. The answer is a coffin. A coffin. A coffin, a coffin, a coffin. Although, I do feel like I've heard of people buying their own coffin. Confirm if you've heard that too. I can be long or short. I can be grown or bought. I can be painted or left bare. I can be round or square. What am I? Long or short, grown or bought, painted or left bare, round or square. What am I? What am I? What am I? What do you think I am? The answer is a nail. I am a nail. I am a word of letters 3. Add 2, and fewer there will be. What am I? I am a word of letters 3. Add 2, and fewer there will be. What am I? What am I? Word of letters 3. 2, and fewer there will be. What could it possibly be? The answer is few. F-E-W. Few. 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 What has 4 legs? 1, 2, 3, 4. But only 1 foot. What has 4 legs? But only 1 foot. 4 legs. Only 1 foot. What kind of creature? The answer is a bed. A bed has 4 legs, but only 1 foot. Paul's height is 6 feet. He's an assistant at a butcher's shop, and he wears size 9 shoes. 6 feet, and he's an assistant at a butcher shop, and he wears a size 9 shoes. What does Paul weigh? What does Paul weigh? He's 6 feet, he's an assistant at a butcher shop, and he wears a size 9 shoes. What does he weigh? What does Paul weigh? The answer is meat. Paul's an assistant at the butcher shop, so he's weighing meat. I think that one's my favorite. What comes once in a second, twice in a decade, and never in a century? What comes once in a second, twice in a decade, and never in a century? Once in a second, twice in a decade, a century, a century. The answer is the letter D. The letter D comes once in a second, twice in a decade, and never in a century. Tricky. What has a heart that doesn't beat? What is a heart that doesn't beat? What is a heart that doesn't beat? The answer is an artichoke. An artichoke has a heart that doesn't beat. An artichoke, an artichoke. What has 13 hearts, but no other organs? What has 13 hearts, but no other organs? 13 hearts, but no other organs. Organ. 13, that's a lot of hearts, with no other organs. What are these creatures? 13 hearts, no other organs. 13 hearts, no other organs. The answer is a deck of cards. A deck of cards has 13 hearts and no other organs. What do an island and the letter T have in common? What do an island and the letter T have in common? An island and the letter T. What do those two things have in common? What do those two things have in common? The answer is they are both in the middle of water. They are both in the middle of water. That is the answer. I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I? I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. A map. I am a map. I am a map. How far can you walk into the woods? How far can you walk into those woods? How far can you walk into the woods? Yes. How far can you walk into the woods? The answer is halfway. You can walk halfway into the woods. After that, you are walking out. You are walking out. I'm not alive, but I can die. What am I? The answer is a battery. A battery is not alive, but it can certainly die. I am the beginning of sorrow and the end of sickness. You cannot express happiness without me, yet I am in the midst of crosses. I am always in risk, but never in danger. You may find me in the sun, but I am never out of darkness. What am I? The beginning of sorrow, the end of sickness. You can't express happiness without me, yet I'm in the midst of crosses, always in risk, never in danger. You can find me in the sun, but I am never out of the darkness. What am I? The answer is the letter S. 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 I have no eyes, no legs, or ears, and I help move the earth. What am I? If I have no ears, and I have no legs, and I have no eyes, but I still help move the earth. What could I possibly be? What could I possibly be? How am I moving the earth without those things? The answer is an earthworm. I am an earthworm. I have keys, but no locks, and space, but no rooms. You can enter, but you can't go outside. What am I? I have keys, but no locks, and space, but no rooms. You can enter, but you can't go outside. What am I? What am I? What am I? What am I? The answer is a keyboard. I am a keyboard. First, you eat me, then you get eaten. What am I? First, you eat me, then you get eaten. What am I? A fishhook. I am a fishhook. If you eat me, and then you get eaten. It's a clever one. What is able to go up a chimney when down, but unable to go down a chimney when up? What is able to go up a chimney when down, but unable to go down a chimney when up? What is able to go up a chimney? What is that? What do you think that is? Chimneys, man, chimneys. The answer is an umbrella. An umbrella, 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 umbrella. What's something that copies your looks, but not your sound? What is something that copies your looks, but not your sound? Something that copies your looks, but not your sound. Copycats, copycats, copycats. The answer is a mirror. A mirror copies your looks, but not your sounds. Imagine. What's something that gets warmer the more it cools? What is something that gets warmer the more it cools? Cool, 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 cool. Gets warmer the more it cools. What's something? The answer is an air conditioner. An air conditioner gets warmer the more it cools. What is something that has a lot of problems not many people are eager to solve? What is something that has a lot of problems that not many people are eager to solve? Not many people eager to solve them. Not many people eager to solve them. But what do you think? There's a lot of problems not many are eager to solve. The answer is a math book. A math book has a lot of problems not many people are eager to solve. I'm definitely one of those people. I do not want to solve any problems in a math book, no thanks. A group of 10 ostriches are in a field. If 4 of them take off flying, how many are left in the field? A group of 10 ostriches are in a field. If 4 of them take off flying, how many are left in the field? 10 ostriches in that field, 4 take off flying. How many are left in the field? How many are left in that field? 4 take off flying. The answer is all of them. They're all left in the field because ostriches can't fly. Fun factoid. Why did the scarecrow win an award? Why did the scarecrow win an award? Why did the scarecrow win an award? What do you think? This one's a little cheesy. It's kind of more like a joke, I feel like, but the answer is the scarecrow won an award because he What is bought by the yard and worn by the foot? What is bought by the yard, and worn by the foot? Bought by the yard, The answer is carpet. Carpet is bought by the yard and worn by the foot. What kind of dress can never be worn? What kind of dress can never be worn? The answer is an address. An address can never be worn. What has 3 feet but can't walk? 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 3 feet but can't walk. The answer is a yardstick. A yardstick has 3 feet but can't walk. You go at red and stop at green. What am I? You go at red and stop at green. What am I? You go at red and stop at green. What am I? 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 The answer is a watermelon. I am a watermelon, watermelon. I am higher without a head. What am I? I am higher without a head. What am I? Higher without a head. What am I? What can be higher without a head? What? The answer is a pillow. A pillow. A pillow. A pillow is higher without a head. How big is it? How big is it? How big is it? The answer is it's 2. It's 2 letters long. But thanks for that. Are you a riddle rock star now? Did you get them all right? Will I ever get one right? That's why I tell them and don't try and solve them. It's gonna be a disaster if I do that. But if you feel relaxed and had fun, or at least chuckled awkwardly at my expense with these hokey riddles, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And you know I love to read your answers, so please, please share them. Until next time, keep that brain buzzing. Are you emotionally intelligent? Did you know truly effective leaders are known to be emotionally intelligent? Believe it or not. There are other benefits to being emotionally intelligent too, like self-confidence, stronger relationships, and improved life satisfaction. much intelligence, emotional intelligence that is, you possess. That's you, and that's me. We're going to run through the EI, Emotional Intelligence Test. Right now, emotional intelligence contains 5 subcategories, and you will be tested on each of them. Those subcategories are self-awareness, emotional management, self-motivation, empathy, and social skills. You will learn more about each of these at the end of the test. And please keep in mind, this is not a validated psychometric test. The mood you're in when you take this test is very likely to have an impact on your answers. However, the test does reveal where your weaknesses are, so you can take the necessary steps to strengthen certain areas of your emotional intelligence. We will cover that after the test, too. This wood board has your intelligence test on it, and on here are a series of statements. After you hear each statement, I need you to rank how much you agree or disagree with it using a scale of 1 to 5. 1 means you strongly disagree. 2 means you disagree. 3 is neutral. 4 means you agree. And 5 means you strongly agree. Try to respond to each of the statements quickly and instinctively. Your first reaction is usually the most accurate. And I will circle all of your answers with pencil. While this is a relaxing experience and you can just listen and answer, if you want to know your score at the end, I encourage you to write down your answers and number each round and statement, because you will need them later. I will guide you through that when we get there. We will be moving through 5 rounds. I will let you know when each round starts and ends so you can label them. And now starting with round 1. Round 1. There are 10 questions in round 1. Here is statement number 1. You realize immediately when you lose your temper. As a reminder, you're rating this on a scale between 1 and 5. 1 meaning you strongly disagree. 2 meaning you disagree. 3 is neutral. 4 means you agree. And 5, you strongly agree. Answering each statement honestly based on how you generally feel or behave. So, how would you rank that statement? You realize immediately when you lose your temper. Got it. Statement number 2. You know when you're happy. 1 means you strongly disagree. 5, you strongly agree. Okay. Statement number 3. You usually recognize when you're stressed. Number 4. You're aware when you're being emotional. And number 5. When you're anxious, you usually understand the reason why. Number 6. You always know when you're being unreasonable. Number 7. Awareness of your emotions is important to you at all times. Number 8. You can tell if someone has upset or annoyed you. Number 9. You can let anger go quickly so that it no longer affects you. Number 10. You know what makes you happy. And that marks the end of round 1. We are now ending round 1. And entering round 2. There are 10 questions in round 2. To make it easier to track, I will pick up where we left off. So, this will be considered statement number 11. So round 2, statement number 11. And statement number 11 is, you can reframe bad situations quickly. Remember to answer quickly and instinctively, with 1 meaning you strongly disagree, 2, you disagree, 3 is neutral, 4, you agree, and 5, you strongly agree. So, how would you rank that statement? Okay. Statement number 12. You do not wear your heart on your sleeve. Statement number 13. Others can rarely tell what kind of mood you're in. Number 14. You rarely fly off the handle at people. Number 15. Difficult people do not annoy you. Number 16. You can consciously alter your frame of mind or mood. Number 17. You do not let stressful situations or people affect you once you have left work. Number 18. You rarely worry about work or life in general. Number 19. You can suppress your emotions when needed. Number 20. Others often do not know how you are feeling about things. And that marks the end of round 2. We are now ending round 2. And starting round 3. We are now in round 3. There are 10 questions in round 3. Again, I'm picking up where we left off. So this will be considered statement number 21. Round 3, statement number 21. And statement number 21 is, you are always able to motivate yourself do difficult tasks. How would you rank that statement about yourself? Answering each statement based on how you generally behave. 1, meaning you strongly disagree. 5, you strongly agree. Got it. Statement number 22. You are usually able to prioritize important tasks at work and execute them. Statement 23. You always meet deadlines. Number 24. You never waste time. Number 25. You never avoid telling the truth or saying exactly what you think. Number 26. You believe you should do the difficult things first. Number 27. You believe delayed gratification is a virtue. Number 28. You believe in the need to take action to get what you want. Number 29. You can always motivate yourself when you feel low. Number 30. Motivation has been the key to your success. And that is the end of round 3. Now ending round 3. And entering round 4. Now starting round 4. There are 10 questions in round 4, and this will be considered statement number 31, round 4. Statement number 31. You are always able to see things from the other person's viewpoint. Statement number 32. You are excellent at empathizing with someone else's problem. Statement number 33. You can tell if someone is not happy with you. Number 34. You can tell if a team of people is not getting along with each other. Number 35. You can usually understand why people are being difficult towards you. Number 36. Other people are not difficult, just different. Number 37. You can understand if you are being unreasonable. Number 38. You can understand why your actions sometimes offend others. Number 39. You can sometimes see from others' point of view. Number 40. Reasons for disagreements are always clear to you. And that is the end 10 questions in round 5. This will be considered statement number 41. Round 5, statement 41. You are an excellent listener. Statement number 42. You never interrupt other people's conversations. Statement number 43. You are good at adapting and mixing with a variety of people. Number 44. People are the most interesting thing in life for you. Number 45. You love to meet new people and get to know what makes them tick. Number 46. You need a variety of people to work with in order to find your job interesting. Number 47. You like to ask questions to learn what's important to people. Number 48. You view working with difficult people as a challenge to win them over. Number 49. You are good at reconciling differences with other people. Number 50. You generally build solid relationships with the people you work with. Wonderful. Thank you. You have successfully completed the emotional intelligence test. To reveal your emotional intelligence, you are going to need to do some light addition, some light adding. All you have to do is add the numbers you had per round. You should have 5 total rounds. Each round represents a different subcategory of emotional intelligence. Let's start with the first round. I'll give you a moment to add your first round up. You should be adding 10 numbers together for the first 10 statements. And to help you interpret your score, if you scored between 10 and 17, you need to make this area a priority for personal development. If you scored between 18 and 34 in any category, you need to pay more attention to this area. And if you scored between 35 to 50 in any category, this area is a strength for you. Do you have your score for the first category? The first round. Good. The first round represented self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own feelings, thoughts, and emotions. You are able to understand how your emotional states affect your behavior, actions, and performance. When you're self-aware, you're able to see how you're received by others. You also have a good grasp on your own capabilities and limits. So, with a score of 35 to 50 here, you are self-aware. Self-awareness is a strong suit for you. If you scored between 18 and 34, you could benefit from paying more attention to developing self-awareness. If you scored between 10 and 17, it is highly advised that you prioritize this area for your own personal development. You can develop self-awareness by identifying each particular emotion you experience. You can start by simply paying attention to your thoughts, but keeping a journal is a great way to monitor and process the emotions you experience throughout the day. Another helpful tool is meditation. Meditation lets you carve out a space to be silent and observe your mind, your thoughts, any emotions that arise. Also, just so you know, the techniques I mention are by no means an exhaustive list for any subcategory. These are just a few of the many ways to help develop emotional intelligence. I am just sharing a few major techniques that are reported by many to have worked for them. Now for the second round. Again, adding up the 10 numbers you had for the second round. The second round represented emotional management. This is the ability to stay focused and clear even when you're overwhelmed by emotions. Essentially, you can regulate your emotional states so that you don't end up making any decisions you later regret. You're also able to take responsibility for your actions, manage conflict, and diffuse difficult situations. So, with a score of 35 to 50 here, you successfully manage your emotions. Emotional management is a strength for you. With a score between 18 and 34, you could benefit from paying more attention to developing emotional regulation. If you scored between 10 and 17, it is highly advised that you prioritize emotional management for your own personal development. You can develop better self-regulation by doing the work to accept your emotions through radical self-acceptance. Instead of focusing on what you can't control, you work on accepting things as they are and letting go of any anger, bitterness, shame, guilt, or regret. You can also use reframing techniques to change your thought patterns and responses. And for the third round now, adding the 10 numbers you had for the third round. The third round represented self-motivation. This is the ability to draw upon your deepest emotions to help you reach your goals. People who are self-motivated have a passion to fulfill their own inner needs and goals, and this goes beyond things like money, fame, and recognition. Self-motivation also helps you take action and persevere despite any obstacles or setbacks. With a score of 35 to 50, you excel at motivating yourself. Self-motivation is a strong suit for you. With a score between 18 and 34, you could benefit from learning how to better motivate yourself. If you scored between 10 and 17, it is highly advised that you prioritize learning how to motivate yourself. A few ways to better motivate yourself are by setting small, measurable goals and celebrating them, no matter how small they may seem. Personal goals goals are very important to help build intrinsic motivation. That means an inner satisfaction, which is much more rewarding and long-lasting than extrinsic rewards like praise, prizes, or regular rewards. Extrinsic rewards should be used sparingly. If you are having trouble motivating at first, see if one of your friends can become an accountability partner, someone who checks in on your progress towards your goals and holds you accountable. Now for the fourth round, adding the 10 numbers you had for the fourth round. The fourth round represented empathy. Empathy is the ability to sense, recognize, and respond appropriately to other people's feelings and points of view. With a score of 35 to 50, you are empathetic. This is a strength for you. With a score between 18 and 34, you could benefit from learning how to become a bit more empathetic. If you scored between 10 and 17, it is highly advised that you prioritize building empathy. You can build empathy by actively listening to others and picturing yourself in their shoes, or asking them questions to better understand their feelings, and being willing to share your own feelings with them. In the fifth round, adding up the 10 numbers you had for the fifth round. The fifth round represented social skills. Social skills give you the ability to influence and inspire emotion in other people. This provides the foundation for successful teamwork and leadership, and also allows you to develop stronger understandings of others and yourself. If you scored between 35 and 50 here, you've got social skills. It's a strength of yours. With a score between 18 and 34, you could benefit from developing better social skills. If you scored between 10 and 17, it is highly advised that you improve your social skills. You can improve your social skills by showing interest in others and asking them open-ended questions, using icebreakers to start conversations, maintaining eye contact while having a conversation, and continue to practice speaking with different kinds of people. We all have strengths and weaknesses when it comes to emotional intelligence. By using different techniques to improve our weaker aspects, we are guaranteed to reap the rewards where effective communication, self-knowledge, and self-control are concerned. I mean, personal growth is what we're here to do, right? We signed up for this. It's what we came here for. Even if it seems extremely challenging at times. If you're open to it, I hope you'll share your scores. And I am always sending